So we here in the northern part of the India might be getting freezed right now. But the Indian cricket arena is quite heated up, especially after the announcement of India's squad for the Afghanistan series, the T20I series that is set to take place on January 11. And as BCCI announced the squad, we are going to have a discussion about it today. This is me, Dia Kakkar, and I'm being joined by Akshay Ramesh and Alan John. So, the big elephant in the room is what I've been seeing everywhere when it comes to this squad. And the big elephant in the room that everybody is talking about in this squad is the return of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. So I think them being not being part of India's T20 setup since 14 months, and now with them being back, it looks like the selectors are looking back rather than looking ahead. That's what they had. That's what their plans were to make a younger team. But now with the T20 World Cup in picture this year, they are back to the let's say two pillars of the Indian cricket team now. What do you think, Akshay, of this?
Dia, before we started the show, our producer cameraman Pratik, he asked us to talk more about Bihar, not about Indian cricket team selection, right? वहाँ पे यही हुआ था. दो squad confusion, team selection में confusion. Just at a magnified level, we are seeing that at the Indian cricket team. I'm not comparing the two. Yes, that two sides coming to play a Ranji Trophy match is weird. But again, like you said, Indian team selectors were looking ahead, right? Especially in the T20 format. Since 2007, that was the last time India won a T20 World Cup title, and the IPL came up after the T20 World Cup triumph in 2008. Since then, there have been around 7-8 T20 World Cups which India have not been able to win. It's not for the lack of talent, right? IPL is one of the most envious T20 leagues going around. It's one of the most popular sporting leagues going around. But what is stopping India from winning a T20 World Cup title? Yes, we have reached the ODI World Cup final. We have reached the World Test Championship final on multiple occasions. But I do think that we haven't yet cracked the T20 code that once we were able to find under MS Dhoni in 2007. And that was a young side, if you remember right. And if you look at how the team was selected in 2023, I had a feeling, as in we all had a general feeling, that the team, the selectors under Ajit Agarkar was moving towards something like that, right? A young side, a fearless side. Like they say, you leave the baggage, you leave the past baggage behind and then select a new squad. But the first T20I selection of the year, of the new year, of the World Cup year, we go back to square one. I don't know how to explain this. Alan, what do you think about it? I think you kind of are okay with it. You're being an emotional fan. See, for Alan, Sanju Samson is back. So that has made him a little emotional. And now...
First of all, let's say Sanju Samson being back, I don't want to make any comments on that. Last time we got a lot of feedback regarding it. But, Akshay, the thing is, when you have your best players available, now you look at the situation in 2022, how things went. We were a bit slow off the blocks. But I think the selectors has been swayed by the form in the ODI World Cup. When you take a Rohit Sharma for that matter, I think apart from Glenn Maxwell, he had the best strike rate. And also he played in the first 10 overs, the power play overs. So that kind of impact is something that the Indian team might be looking for in this coming World Cup. And obviously Virat Kohli being Virat Kohli, I think personally I did not expect such a magnificent run from him in the World Cup. So I think that is the big point here. I think that is why I think the selectors have decided, let's, bring back these people. Let's take a few of the youngsters, but let's, try to break the code with a perfect balance between youth and experience. So in my opinion, I think that is the thing. And obviously, two great guys being in the squad, I think would make a lot of sense.
And Alan, as you mentioned about ODI World Cup form and T20Is, the only person that came into my mind was Suryakumar Yadav. The way he played in ODI World Cup and how he was completely transformed of a player when it came to the T20Is. And that brings me to another point, that is, with Virat Kohli coming in, he'll be a short number 3 batsman for India. Then our number 1 T20I player, Suryakumar Yadav. Do we push him down to number 4 spot? Will that do justice to the kind of flair with which he plays. What about that?
Maybe Surya can start as a backup, start on the bench, and then try coming in. You know, if you look at it, I see. This is my personal opinion. If you had moved away from two stalwarts, yes, stalwarts, I agree. Virat was the leading run scorer in T20 World Cup 2022, and if you put him in the mix, it's not like he will not score runs. But there is a time to move on, right? There is a time where you say, okay, I am done with this. I'll let the youngsters take on. And India were looking to do that in 2024. And there are reports saying that the selectors had multiple rounds of conversation with the team management, and Rohit and Virat both said they were available. And once they say available, I don't think a chief selector in this country can say, okay, no, without the approval from the top board. But I don't think the top board will also want to do that, because these two are stalwarts, and if they want to play, okay, let them get a run. But I personally feel that Sachin Tendulkar did not play T20I. As in, that was the starting point of T20. I don't know, when many people might not have thought T20Is would be the future, but people have timed their, decision to move away better. And I do think Rohit and Virat should have done it by themselves. And I have a point to make. Like you say that, yes, you have tried so many people, not just Surya Kumar Yadav. Where will Shubman Gill? You have to now choose between Shubman Gill and Yashasvi Jaiswal, because Rohit will definitely be opening for India. And what wrong did KL Rahul do? He was also as spectacular as Rohit and Virat in the World Cup, and after the World Cup as well. He led India to an ODI series victory. He was good in Test cricket. If you want to mix formats and bring back KL Rahul also. What wrong did Bhuvneshwar Kumar do? Why are you offering? What is the different treatment for different people? I don't understand that. And also, I have a personal feeling that a lot of people are questioning, okay, Rohit Sharma leading the team is fine, but why Virat Kohli? Boss, Virat Kohli was your leading run scorer in T20 World Cup 2022. If you look at his IPL last year, he had a good IPL. He had scored more than 500 runs, if I'm not wrong. And what did Rohit Sharma do? 116 runs in the last T20 World Cup. And when did he have a good IPL season? I think 2019 was the last time he scored over 400 runs. And if you're mixing formats, you should mix formats, and the yardstick should be same for many players. I do feel it. And if you're not questioning Rohit Sharma, I think there is no right to question Virat Kohli's inclusion also.
But here I would like to add another point to it. As you talked about Rohit Sharma's form in T20is, of course, but if we talk about a viable captaincy option, who else do we have? With Hardik Pandya being injured, with Surya Kumar Yadav, who captained India in two of the T20I series, him also being injured. Who else do we have who can lead a team, at such a big level in such a marquee tournament? Then the only option that I see is Rohit Sharma. So what I think is, rather than form, of course, he was a great when it comes to the ODI World Cup, but I think more than anything, it was the captaincy that we needed, a good, reliable captain, which of course we just saw in Rohit Sharma. And if you're including Rohit Sharma in the team, you just can't leave out Virat Kohli. So this is what I think.
I think probably, I think a couple of people like Chris Srikanth and Akash Chopra, I think after the announcement was made today, when I was reading, listening to them, the big point that they made is, if Rohit Sharma is going to be in the team, he is going to be the captain. And I agree to it, because, when Hardik Pandya took over, we all thought that it was going to be a new dawn for Indian cricket, especially in the T20I format. And everybody was in awe of Hardik Pandya with his Gujarat Titans run. But I think slowly that excitement started to fade away. I think after that West Indies series, there were a lot of people, a lot of criticism, targeted at Hardik Pandya. And then you had the World Cup where, Rohit Sharma played selflessly. And that has kind of, influenced the people. That, if our captain can do this, where he's going to say that I am going to tong the ball. Like you said, obviously Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal, it's not fair on both people that, you suddenly have Ruturaj, you suddenly have a Rohit Sharma there. But if he can do that ODI World Cup role, then why not? And his captaincy, I think that we have all seen it. He's made the team reach the final. He has made some bold calls. I think there is that feeling that, Hardik is not ready yet to be that captain. And that is why I think they have gone back to Rohit. And yeah, I mean, if Virat is going to be in the team, I think it was a given case that Rohit was also going to be in the team.
I just, when you say that Hardik is not ready yet, I seriously think Mumbai Indians are not thinking that way. As a franchise, yeah, professional leagues are cutthroat competition. Yeah, they have taken the call. but it would be weird to see Hardik playing, Rohit playing under Hardik in the IPL and then going on to lead. I still think, as a player, if Rohit has to be picked in the World Cup, let him not be the captain. Give the captaincy to Hardik Pandya whenever he comes back and play freely. That is also something that Chris Srikanth touched upon in his video, saying that, you know, if you want the last hurrah to be the T20 World Cup in terms of ICC tournaments in white ball cricket, I am sure that there is a Champions Trophy in 2025 also. Rohit and Virat might have already told the selectors that they're available for that as well. But if Rohit wants to play freely at the top, why take that burden of captaincy, and why not groom someone like Hardik Pandya under him, right? And to your point, coming back to your point, there's no viable option for captaincy. Then when Rohit decides to step away, bring back Ajinkya Rahane and make him the captain in Test cricket, because he's your best candidate for captaincy in Test cricket even now. If you're not going to go back to Virat Kohli, I still think that Ajinkya Rahane is your best captaincy candidate. Why try with Bumrah and all that? If you want to go back, keep going back. Bring back Saurav Ganguly. Keep doing that. But this was the right time to look forward, is what I think. 2024, start of the game, with just 6 months, one series, and after that IPL. Even now, I still have a feeling that IPL will play a big role. What if Rohit Sharma doesn't perform well in the IPL? Virat eventually, as in, what if Virat also doesn't perform well? Will you pick players based on form back then? I still think that, okay, they were forced to do this, like you said, Surya and Hardik were not available, but I still have a feeling that IPL will be a huge deciding factor in shaping the T20 World Cup team for India.
Absolutely, and I think just like here also, everyone kind of stands divided over this very inclusion of these two Indian stalwarts. But let's just say, I think the beauty of T20 cricket is that it's full of uncertainties, and I think so is the Indian cricket team selection. You never know what's going to happen in the very next moment. And yeah, with that, this is me, Diya Kakkar, signing off, along with Akshay Ramesh and Alan.